Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. We take a look at the HBAR chart on the 4-day time frame, just to give you an idea of the larger time frame that we're tracking. We have into the 2021 highs a potential 5-wave move up. It's a bit questionable. It's not a great 5-wave move. We have a 3-wave move down, also a bit questionable. I mean, you can see it. It's not a very clear A-B setup up here. So yeah, I'm a bit I don't want to say confused about this chart, but it's not a high quality long-term chart. Nevertheless, we want to give it the chance because we can count and recognize 5 waves up initially. However, in a bearish interpretation, we only have an ABC structure to the upside, which you can recognize here with an A wave, a B wave, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from that point of view, we also need to consider the bearish option here. And this chart will turn long-term bearish below 2.2 cents, because as always, if you get a sustained break below the 78.6 retracement, which would be the case if that happens, then this chart will most likely turn long-term bearish. The upside, in a 3rd wave rally will not be invalidated until we break below the 2020 low, but nevertheless, it is still questionable then, and trading on the long side will be increasingly risky below the 2.2 cent level. Now, that's more than a 50% drop from where we are now. But the scenario that we have here on the 4-day chart shows you basically that another bear market low at least is still very likely. So the current triangle pattern that we're tracking here is basically considered a wave 4 with one more low to come. In a triangle, you have a balance of forces. It can take its time, it can be long, it can be frustrating. So there's nobody saying, okay, it has to go up now or move again to the upper boundary line, but it would be ideal if we see another lower high. I show you why, because in a triangle, we're typically considering a 5-wave move. A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave. It is even possible that the D wave still extends a little lower. So I'm watching for the D wave to complete. I haven't got any clear sign that the D wave is complete. I would like to see the E wave move higher. Okay, so eventually we want to see another corrective rally. That's just a bit of a corrective rally to complete this 4th wave and then a 5th wave to the downside. It could be that the wave D extends a little lower. Okay, so we take a look at that now on the shorter time frame. Just wanted to give you an idea of where we are on the longer time frame, on the larger time frame, before we then actually head here to the shorter time frame. And yeah, as a channel member, you get access to these live charts 24/7. So looking at HBAR on the shorter time frame, here you can see the detail. We currently consider that the wave D might be finished, but it can obviously still extend lower. I mean, the key support I've got here is the 4.3 cent level. It's also the trend line support. So really only below that level, I would start to assume that the triangle doesn't get an E wave, okay? But indeed, that is already breaking down earlier. In fact, I mean, this is the ideal scenario, A, B, C in wave E. This is the last wave of the triangle, ideally targeting 5.8 cents to 6.7 cents. The problem that we have with this is, and I've noticed that, well, shouldn't say I've noticed it today, but it is a very similar structure on the ADA chart, triangle, okay? And they don't really get off the ground down there. And an E wave of a triangle can be a triangle itself. So it might not get to that upside structure there. I mean, it's ideal. Bear in mind, we are in a triangle, and in a triangle, there isn't really an uptrend. So it's just a balance of forces. And I'm noticing that here, HBAR, but also, for example, ADA, there are a few others, they are trolling support in their triangles. They don't really get off the ground. So this is one I'm observing here for still ideally a C wave rally. So I don't want to suggest this necessarily is an E wave triangle, because it would just stay in the current range. It wouldn't really move higher. If this is a triangle, we should see lower highs and higher lows for a little while before we eventually break down. If we see a small impulse, then it could indicate that the C wave has started and could take us into that region between 5.8 cents and 6.77 cents. Something more bullish is of course possible, but at the moment nothing I'm primarily watching for. There are clear levels that need to be broken to the upside to suggest something really more bullish. That would be, for example, here a break above the C wave high at 7.6 cents. But first of all, the price doesn't even seem to be very motivated to reach the C wave target there of wave E. Yeah, that's my update about HBAR. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.